Railroad prototype modelers. These meets are held all across the country, California to Florida. And in Minnesota, we have our very own. It's called the Modelers Retreat, put on by the Twin Cities Division of the NMRA. And this is a car I'm going to try and build and represent and bring to this year's meet. Actually, 2 of them. And I have a perfect candidate, the Intermountain. No, sorry, it's a Fubi. It's going to have to be a stand-in till I can get the right one, which is coming out later this year. This one has 6 rib. The prototype has 5. And Maloka will actually be making the correct one, but it'll be out too late for this. So the 2 cars here, I still have one on my Joe Binish holder. The ribs are cleaned off. They're faded. And the roof we didn't touch because it's going to be silver. And we'll paint that at a later step. But this photo shows that it needs to be painted a different color. So let's do the patch outs. I've got my Model Air from Vallejo. I like these. Little earth red tint we're going to add to make this color. We're going to use some white to lighten up the brown color that I'm going to use. Their standard brown here looks pretty good, but it needs to be a little lighter. So we'll mix that up in the airbrush. Here we go. And we're going to tape off the lettering, reporting marks, and the shield. I have some Tamiya masking tape. Use a 6mm. It's wonderful tape for doing edging, recommended by super painter Joe Binish. You can see we'll have to cover up the shield, the name, reporting marks, and a little square up on the top. We're going to avoid that for now, but we'll do these main features and tape it up and airbrush it. And the Tamiya tape is applied. It's pretty much the same color as the boxcar. It's difficult to see here, but I've squared that off. I use this flat screwdriver to push the tape onto the ribs. You can see I just take that, and as I'm laying it out, I push in to seal up the edges. Makes a handy little tool. Just do it gently. I cut some of the tape to thinner pieces. Use the tweezers to get in between the reporting marks and leave a space between the name patch out and the reporting mark patch outs. But that's all taped up. Here we go. Blue painter's tape is used to cover up the rest of the car and cover the edges so no overspray. And let's take her to the spray booth and fire up the airbrush. Fresh out of the spray booth, we got our micro brush, our airbrush cleaner, and now it's time to clean up some of the ribs because they did not have brown paint on them. Here we go. All right, the tape is removed and you can see the ribs have been cleaned and other little oversprays have been touched up. So we'll be ready to clear coat this and get ready for decals. And you can see on the photo that certain ribs are not brown, but the middle one is. So we try and match that as well as we can. We'll paint in the little corner piece by hand a little later on this project, but it looks pretty good for now. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. The Splitrock Mining Company appreciates it. If you listen to podcasts, check out The Crossing Gate, a podcast devoted to the topic of model rating, where the crew discusses a different issue that you've probably come up with in the building of your layout or the making of your models. Give it a listen on all of these download places.